Manet was an artist who revealed how innovation is not always welcomed by society, but one's gateway to the future. Born on January 23, 1832, in Paris, France, Edward Manet was part of a well-off family. Manet developed a passion for the arts and knew his ultimate goal was to become an artist. To broaden his artistic skills and knowledge, he traveled to several parts of the world, including Italy, Germany, and Netherlands. These trips impacted the concept of his various art styles. Manet's paintings had a strange and less precise appearance compared to other paintings featured in the Salon. He came across numerous critics during the 1860s. The Salon was not impressed by Manet's style, despite his uniqueness. The lack of spirituality and realistic tones in the painting failed to meet the approval of most critics. Manet rose above the numerous criticisms and brought himself at the pinnacle of success.
Art grows from the soil of our imagination, subject to the reins of technological and ideological advancements. As ambassadors of creation, our duty and responsibility must be to hinder not the progression of thought, but rather to encourage the inevitable inquiry into the nature of our surroundings, exploration of the mind's perceptions, and experimentation of mediums. Alas, a great evil has befallen this country's genius. Man has imposed limits and restrictions upon the visions of the individual. Man has etched into stone the unforgiving standards by which art achieves greatness and recognition. Therefore, I plead all of you here today to find common ground in our rejection and unite against the artistic oppression proceeding from our beloved French Salon. This royally sanctioned institution has countless times shunned the talent among us. Earlier this year, I myself faced public humiliation because the fruit of my labor failed to meet the conservative tastes of royalty. Surely you understand the feeling of shame and disappointment I speak of. The feeling of having your best work torn apart, of watching your pride draw only disgustful sneers, of becoming a pitied laughingstock, of failure. I am not the first poor soul to spend months carefully attempting to capture the fleeting beauty of nature. Weeks spent outdoors, hundreds of strokes carefully set on the canvas, dozens of attempts scrapped, hours of frustration, and finally the momentary exhilaration of gazing upon your accomplishment. Momentarily, I say, for the critics allow no longer. Without hesitation, they discredit your tireless labor. Once more, the crown interferes in yet another aspect of freedom. Once more, society restricts yet another individual's creative thought. Once more, the critics stare, appalled, at yet another masterpiece. With childlike hope and excitement, I submitted my piece. With a blow from the iron fist of rejection, the Salon sent me home. This injustice is what we work against. Close-minded critics of our craft find interest solely in a permanent, unchanging product. To consider this stagnation real is to misunderstand the reality of life. Does the world not change with each new moment? Is nature not in constant motion? Ever-changing landscapes and variable light call for reflection on the current infatuation with boring detail and stale realism. The Salon claims my painting, The Luncheon on the Grass, defies the traditional, idealized female subject with its obscene setting and anatomical incorrectness. Claims you are not talented enough to color within the lines. Tell me, is this allowed, this stunting of creative growth? Do not despair. Rejection from the Salon does not mean rejection from the heart of the public. Take forth your own seeds and sow them away from the dead dirt of the Royal Salon. Nourish them alongside your fellow artists in new galleries and exhibitions. Take no shame. In your art, find freedom. Paint your souls onto the canvas without apology. Return life and visual charm to the people. Leave both a physical and intellectual, visible and invisible mark in the heart and mind of art and the people. Fruit from your efforts may not show initially. In time, albeit alone neutral, will sprout green movements for future appreciation. Take my words, apply them, all other self-expression. Art, as a cultural center of life, a tree of knowledge, offers a foundation for personal, social, and political progression.